The 1964 film The Nasty Rabbit, also known as The Rabbit or Spies A Go-Go, is definitely one of the goofiest films I've seen in a very long time. It definitely doesn't take itself too serious. The acting is obviously exaggerated. There's a lot of sound effects in the film, such as, very Looney Tunes, like if someone gets hit over the head, you'd expect to hear an anvil type sound. Or the rabbit chewing in the film, if he happens to be chewing on a carrot, it's very exaggerated crunching. So it's definitely stuff to that effect. But basically, I guess you could say it's somewhat of a comedic Cold War type film. We have Russians who are basically just have attached biological or chemical type stuff to a rabbit. They're trying to set it loose into the US in order to, I guess, contaminate or get people sick. And we basically just have a whole slew of different people, spies, showing up as different ethnicities. Some people happen to find it offensive because the spies are just total all-out stereotypes, but I really don't think it's that big a deal. It's a comedy, so you really can't take it too serious. Plus, it really is the goofiest thing ever, so why even bother taking offense to something that stupid? The story's pretty thin, not really much to do there. So basically, we have some Russian guy who's come over. He's disguised as a cowboy, and he's going to set his rabbit loose, or the quote-unquote nasty rabbit, since he's carrying this biological nonsense around his neck on somewhat of a little gold chain. So we do have a whole slew of spies that are, come abroad. They're trying to stop him. We have this whole, song and dance number also with somewhat of a rock and roll spy that's been thrown in. The rabbit himself is very sarcastic. He has these voiceovers which sound like high-pitched, sped up, or fast-forward type speaking, so he's very sarcastic. It definitely does add to some of the lighter moments in the film. The movie itself, you can tell when they're going for the deliberate, goofiness, but there's also a lot of things where it just is accidentally goofy. An example of one of the deliberate things is, a guy complaining about a toothache, and his companion asks which one. He pulls out his dentures and says this one. So it's just a bunch of just nonsensical type stuff like that. So the film does drag a bit. Like I said, there isn't much of a story, and thankfully it does come to an end fairly quickly. Not necessarily the sort of thing that you'd probably consider a horror film, except for the fact that the acting is just horrible. I think that's pretty much enough of a qualifier there. But yeah, definitely if you're, into anything rabbit themed or just trying to find something to take a look at this Easter, then I would definitely say Nasty Rabbit's definitely worth taking a look at. It's definitely one of those popcorn films that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's definitely worth a look. So I will talk to you later.